this afterward when we have more time.
Hello.
Hello. Hello to you.
So I'm here for any type of wisdom. I feel like I've collected myself and would love to have your advice and open up on your views. Um, so let's go ahead and start off with how do you feel right now?
Right now.
Because you look good.
Thank you. Damn it, you got my Leo side. I feel good. Like, I feel calm, relaxed. I need to go to work right now and I have a lot of stuff on my plate, but that doesn't necessarily mean, like, I'm having a bad time.
Word. So let's talk about self care.
What about self-care? How important it is?
How important self care is.
Very important. Because the way that you take care of yourself is just like, it's just self-love. So, like, nobody else is going to do it for you. It's like the first start to, like, actually working on becoming a better person is self-care.
Let's go onward to boundaries. How do you feel about boundaries? And, how does that relate to you?
I feel like boundaries are very important. It's something that I've struggled with, is setting boundaries for people, like when they're allowed to give their input and when they're not, or like when people are allowed to, like, you know, put their hands on me and when they're not. Like, it's just like, when I was younger, I needed to speak up more, but it was hard for me. But now as an adult, as like a grown person, like, I can say whatever I want if I'm uncomfortable. It's just, I wish I had known that earlier. So I guess that would be like my first advice to anybody, is that boundaries are probably the most important thing to set.
So, do you have any wisdom or any type of advice that you could tell someone who's stuck or in a rut or just trying to figure out what they got for their life? And
I'm a person who was, I feel like, constantly thrust into change, when I was a child. So, like, I feel like I've just come accustomed to, like, wanting to change my scenery, change where I'm at, change my clothes, change my hair. Like, I'm just that type of person to, like, change. Like, I love change because change is literally, like, the only constant in life is that everything's going to change. I'm going to change. My body's going to change. Like, so I guess my advice for getting out of rut is just change something of your life. At least one aspect. Like, if your room is dirty, clean your room. That's a change. If, like, you want to change your hairstyle or your hair color, like, just try to take a hold of, like, feel like something and just change it, because you made that change. You decided to make that change. So everything is just going to kind of, like, come after that. You just got to keep making small changes until, eventually your life is like, that change. That is your life now.
so going on, I've never experienced like death in a family until this year or last year. And what is your view on loss? Because I was I felt many emotions.
Mm.
I'll go ahead and start off by saying that I was confused and I was also analyzing every little thing I would do that was good or bad
Mm.
to the point where I would just shut myself off. So, what is your views on loss in a family?
Oh, you know, like I was saying beforehand, change is the only constant. And unfortunately, we do know, fortunately and unfortunately, we do know that death is always there. She's always watching. And it's just better to accept that, you know, I guess, like, it's just reality. Like, it's just what reality is. No, I'm not trying to sound like, cold.
Grim.
Yeah, I'm not trying to sound grim because, like, the way Grandpa had died was honestly like so beautiful. It was sad, because he was not in the best shape. Like we saw like things, like he was naked. You know, he couldn't go to the restroom.
He was scared.
He was scared,
Yeah.
and that stuff is very humbling. And it's good for you to analyze yourself, like, but to only an extent to where like you comprehend. Like, okay, so this is me. I feel this and that. I feel this way because of that and this. I accept that. Okay,
And I'm gonna move on.
and I'm gonna move on now.
I just want to say this, that because I didn't get to record him or anything like that, I spent a whole day with him, and he told me basically the secrets of the universe.
What
Which,
did the wise man say?
what he said?
What did the wise man say?
So, he had mentioned that I stay close to my faith and stay close to my family and don't let money get in between
Mm-hmm.
my family and stay there for my grandmother. What's so great is that I went up to him and I said, I'm I'm 23 years old. I don't got a job. I just finished school. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on in the world. And I'm just freaking out. And he just completely just cut me off and just said, don't worry. Just focus on your family and focus on the people who are around you and make sure everyone's okay. And I understood that that time was, someone needs someone. But it made me realize that I was put on this earth to not just find a lover. I was put on this earth to bring light.
I believe that we don't really have like a purpose besides just being a good person. Like everything after being a good person is just icing on the cake. That's life. You know what I mean? But your first priority is to be a kind, loving, forgiving, patient. And this is stuff you have to work on your entire life, but you have to be that person by the end because you cultivate something that is so beautiful from those emotions and those feelings, those vibrations. Like you said, you should focus on your family. But I don't even think like your family should be like the only limit. Like I feel like you should focus on all your relationships and see like how they can develop if you put love and energy into them. Now I will say that some people don't really appreciate that. So you kind of just got to let them go and come and that's up to you. You can control that. And they usually come because you're vibrating this love energy that they all of a sudden need, like all of a sudden they don't have your energy anymore. And so they always feel the need to come back. But like I said, you're the one that controls who comes and who goes. And when you're ready, you're able to either forgive them, have them back in your life, or move on and tell them, I'm sorry, this just didn't work out. And you need to go do something else.
Do you have any last words, any advice, anything that you want to say to this documentary, to your character, to your
I just want to say one thing. No matter what age or how old or what you look like, just remember you're a bad bitch. Period.
Okay, I'm moving on.
Okay, bye.
Wait.
Hey, wait. I love you.